Thanks for your time. Obviously a very tough afternoon for you today. Just give us your assessment, your team and your performance.
Yeah, disappointing afternoon. Obviously, it is for all of us, especially because of the result. And I think the result depends a lot on us. The mistakes which we've done, 3 set pieces, 1 goal kick and 2 corners. This should not happen. So I think Burnley deserved this win for sure because of we were in these situations just not mature enough, smart enough, concentrate enough, and this can't happen. Obviously, we needed 20 minutes. First 20 minutes, we looked a little bit nervous in ball possession. Then I think we grew into the game, had our clear-cut chance from Kieran Dow, which we were not able to use, had this handball situation in the second half where I think it was a clear handball situation. But as I said, I think you can compete against Burnley, which is a top side. We've seen it today. But if you like to compete, you have to make sure that you don't make mistakes, errors, and not so many and so big one like we have done.
And as a head coach, as you say, you prepare your team and you tell them and you've warned them. Obviously, you felt there was areas you could expose with Burnley, but 3 self-inflicted goals, that must be hugely frustrating for you.
Yeah, not for me, for all of us. So every single person who is in the dressing room is intelligent enough to know what went wrong today. You probably can't win against any opponent, for sure not against Burnley, if you make it so easy for them to score goals. This is, I think, the big headline of today. Win, lose or draw. We have to learn our lessons today. We got punished for the mistakes we've done, deserved punished. It was a game where a lot of things came together. As I said, the clear-cut chance of Kieran, handball situation, mistakes which we had. Hopefully it was now all in one game and then we can leave it behind us. We have now 3 weeks with 5 games, important games in front of us. We will take it game by game. And obviously, like we've learned from the wins, we will learn from this defeat as well.
And that last point I was going to ask you, I mean, you didn't get carried away. You've gone to Preston, gone to Coventry, 2 4-goal wins. You knew there was still plenty of work ahead. So conversely, there'll be no, overreaction in a negative way to today's result.
No, the question is, was it overreaction? I wasn't flying or over the moon because we won two away games and. Now, obviously, I'm disappointed about the result, but to be fair, I can live with it a little bit better, even if I don't like to lose when I know what went wrong. And today, I think it was for everybody very obvious in this certain situations what went wrong. So this is pretty easy to analyze this defeat. I think how the players worked, how they were committed, the attitude which they have shown was absolutely okay. They really wanted to grew into this game, and they've done after 20 minutes. But as I said, the mistakes decided the game, and these mistakes were too many and too big.
And as you say, I mean, mistakes happen all over the pitch, but inevitably, if a keeper makes a mistake, it's usually fatal. And an experienced keeper as well as Tim Krul. It's just one of those things. Is that how you look at it?
This is correct, but if a defender, or in our situation even a striker, doesn't do his job when we have to defend a corner, it's exactly for me the same, because then it's an easy tip in. If you switch off, didn't defend your man or don't defend your space, which you should do, this is more or less exactly the same, because you give a free shot from 3 yards, from 2 yards. Can't happen after set pieces, or should not happen after set pieces. Today, as I said, everything came together. Pretty easy to analyze this game, this defeat. Something what we have to learn from it, not a shadow of a doubt, and something where we will learn from.
I think obviously as good as Burnley were, and they showed why they are in the league, and separating out obviously the self-inflicted element of the goals. Did you feel, on the basis of what you'd seen in the previous 2 league games, too many of your players didn't reach those levels again today, despite how good Burnley are?
No, listen, it was clear that today in this game you will have less time on the ball, the spaces will be tighter. to be fair, I think after 20 minutes for both teams. I think after this 20-25 minutes, there were not a lot of chances, clear-cut chances on both sides. The two biggest were after set pieces, which they used, to be fair. This was, I think, very clear. And obviously, if you get the lead, the opponent has to exploit a little bit, and maybe then you can find a little bit more spaces. So I think, in general, the first 20 minutes we were not good in ball possession. Afterwards, we were better. But the reason of this defeat is the mistakes which we have done.
Just two more if I can from me. Jonas, you were able to give him 20 minutes, and in the bigger picture, that's going to help him. It'll probably give him a good confidence boost as well, that you trusted him to go on in that situation.
Yeah, to be fair, I think it wasn't easy for all the subs to come on when you are 3-0 down. I think he was in the game. He helped Max to defend the right wing. I think Adam and Nacho were very lively as well when they came on. I said we have 3 very important weeks with 5 games. And we will use and need for sure everybody in this very busy period. We have to make sure to always find out for what game, which player is the right one, is fresh, is healthy. I think this is now exactly the time why we all together love the championship.
Yeah, it's never ending. Isn't it? Just a final, because we obviously spoke to you Thursday and you said Angus was possibly going to go down and see a specialist about his hip on Friday. Was there any update on that you can tell us?
Yeah, he were there. He got his injection. It looked quite well after the injection. I've spoken with him today. It looks like that he can come back in training at the end of the next week, maybe the middle of next week.
John?
This is probably a slightly unfair question, but is Tim Krul able to play up from the back like this? A mistake like that is probably a one-off. That he doesn't look comfortable, and things did calm down when he started kicking it along. Is it something you can do, or will it take time?
I think it's an unfair question. So he is an experienced pro, a Dutch international, and if you know that Dutch guys normally play football and try to play football out from the back, they don't hit the ball long. So I think it's a very unfair question in this situation. To be fair, if we speak about to play out from the back, first of all, for me these are different scenarios. If it's a goal kick and we say to play out from the back, is something different rather than if we circulate and use a goalkeeper as a further player to play out from the back. So goal kick, this was a totally easy goal kick situation. You have 2 options: you kick it long, go for second balls, or you play. So obviously we like to play if possible. In this situation, at this moment, it was not possible. So it was more decision making rather. Is he comfortable enough with his feet to do it? If I answer the question right. And I think for us, we have to only make it better. Not to think about do we now like to change everything because of one mistake. So I raised my hand for this mistake, no problem with it. We like to play football out of the back if it's on. In this situation, it wasn't. So it was more about the decision rather than does he has the capability of passing the ball. Hopefully I got your question right.
He's a Dutchman. Dutchmen are usually very confident. You're confident he can bounce back from this, no problem?
Yeah, listen, I haven't spoken with him now after the game, but I will do. But I'm for 100% sure. For me, always as a manager, it's how can I say it? There are defeats and there are defeats, if it makes sense. So defeats which I very easy can explain and analyze what went wrong. I will do this because I'm the manager. I have to finger point everything what we made wrong and right, and it's the same for a player. If if it's so obvious what I have done wrong in this situation, and as I said, we as well can discuss about the individuals who didn't mark their man or who didn't mark their space in at the set piece situation. If this is so clear and obvious, this is not a tactical problem or a tactical mistake. This is only individuals, unfortunately, or not unfortunately, individuals make mistakes. Unfortunately, in this situation, it was us who have done it.
Are you more annoyed by the fact that the two goals from which you call it than the first goal, which was just an oddity? Really?
I would not say more, but on the same level.
Yeah.
On the same level.